A Mechon M71. I bet I can use its optical system to align one of the anti-air batteries. Oh, no good. It's broken. The joint section. It's buckled. It's completely useless. Ugh. Huh? An M69! Its armor would be perfect for making a shield. If I can just get it off, I should be able to... Shoot! Ryan! It's not a Mechon. It's just a Crabble. It was using the Mechon armor as a shell.
I'll lure it away and topple it. When it's down, use your arts to finish it off.
Ooh, this new remix though. Ooh, I was not expecting a remix of this theme. Like, the first battle in the game. Like, I was not expecting that. Yeah, I know. Let's just use backslash quickly. Wow, this is... Oh man, that violin though. The violin's my favorite instrument, just at all. So, that is just absolutely incredible to me. Yeah, I know about talent arts. Don't you worry. Boop. Bam. Defeated, may as well drop treasure chests. I know. Neat. Yeah, I'm not sure, like, which parts of the soundtrack are remastered, so I'm finding this out as it goes along for what's remastered. Let's see. Let's do a quick backslash. Looks like we only start out with backslash and light heal. Yeah, this violin, though. My goodness. Absolutely incredible. Cool boy. I hope you're feeling it, Shulk. I sure hope you are. There we go.
Thanks, Ryan. That was a close one.
Man, what were you doing wandering off by yourself? Stay where I can keep an eye on you. It's pretty dangerous outside of the colony. There are all kinds of monsters.
Yeah. But thanks to you, we got its shell. Everyone in the colony is going to be really happy.
I'm more worried about you than the shell. Oh, whatever. Knowing what you're like, at least you'll make a decent weapon out of it. This scrap driver's excellent.
I just learned by watching Dixon make weapons.
Of course, Dunban's weapon still beats them all.
The Monado. I hope I can figure out the secret of his power one day.
You will, Shulk. Anyway, we better get back to the colony. If I'm late for drills again, old Square Tash is gonna kill me.
Square Tash? Oh, the Defense Force Colonel. He's pretty scary.
Tell me about it.
Sorry, I didn't mean for you to come all the way out here during your break.
Don't worry about it. Let's get back.
Alright, follow the dotted path to advance the story. The path to the next main story objective is displayed on the minimap. So this dotted path is something new compared to the original, which I think is actually really neat. I know about story memo. Use R to move the camera, yada yada. Press plus to open the system menu where you can save your progress, and autosave feature. While the game is automatically saving, the auto-saving icon will be shown in the bottom left of the screen. You can review tutorials anytime. Further tutorials are added as you play the game, and there are a lot of tutorials. Event Theater. This is something that I don't believe was in the original game. Event Theater is now available from the game's title screen. This lets you rewatch any events you have seen before. This is something that I believe was introduced in Xenoblade Chronicles 2, that it seems like they brought back for the remake of Xenoblade Chronicles 1. By changing the settings below, you can adjust the scene's weather, time of day with some exceptions, or the party character's cosmetic equipment, only if already acquired. Now that's really cool. So not only can you rewatch cutscenes, but you can see a cutscene with whatever weather, whatever time of day, whatever armor that you want to have on each character. Just, it's freaking fantastic. So you don't have to be like, oh, I missed it the first time the way that I wanted it to be. Now I can never get it like that again. Ooh, the remix though. It definitely seems like they've remastered way more of the soundtrack than I thought they would. I thought maybe they would have remastered like a smidge of the soundtrack. But what I'm listening to so far is absolutely fantastic. I know about the Collectopedia. I know about that. Like, absolutely a massive step up from the original. I am very much enjoying what I'm experiencing so far. Like, my oh my. I don't even know what to say about it. Honestly, it's just so good. It looks so much cleaner than the original. Like, my goodness. It's like the original had blur to it because it was on the Wii. They went for a more kind of realistic look rather than like anime style look for the characters, that is. And there was definitely a decent bit of blur that came with the whole thing in general. Also, maybe I should be fighting some random monsters because I did just start out at level 1, now we're at level 2. So I mean, you know, it probably would benefit me to gain some levels somewhere potentially. Maybe. Let's keep collecting items for the Collectopedia. But yeah, we're at the bottom of the Bionis, and looking up really shows that.
Here we are. I better stop in at HQ. You off to the weapon development lab?
Yeah, when I've sold any parts I can't use.
All right. See you later.
Alright, so now we just have Shulk. Look how clean that icon is. My goodness. Yeah, so let's close that. Yeah, I know about visiting the shops, selling loot, accepting quests, trading, yada yada. A whole bunch of things to do in Xenoblade, I swear. Commercial district. We should get up to level 3 once we discover our next location. Kinda like that. Let's go and accept a whole bunch of quests, because those would be good to get. So where's the... Oh, I already have one of the things I need. So where's the quest log? Aha, right here. Quest log. Nice. Nice. And that one apparently isn't a timed quest. So, yeah, let's just go ahead and accept a whole bunch of quests. Hello, dearie! Let's just go ahead and accept a bunch so that we can do them while we're out and about. Now, in the original game, I would basically just accept as many quests as I could and then just wind up accidentally doing them on the way. But in this game, anything you accept will actually show icons. Like, I can see something on the hill at the bottom left there. Will actually show icons of the map of where you need to go in order to fulfill the quests, which is an absolutely fantastic change. So you can actually go around knowing exactly where you need to go for these quests instead of just Googling it or just hoping that you run into what you need to. So let's go around accepting all of these. I will need to get a portable version of your ether furnace at some point in the future, my guy, but not quite yet. That'll be like much later in the game, after some specific side quest or something like that. I forget how it works. Oh yeah, you have like a bunch of side quests to give me. A whole bunch of monster hunting ones. Don't you? I remember now. But yeah, the remastered themes and how much violin they use. Man, so good. And then there's the people who are like, it's just a port.
Hello.
Yeah, clearly just a port. Man, this is literally one of my favorite games of all time, so the fact that it got a remaster like this is just absolutely fantastic to me, honestly. It's something that I never thought would happen. Like, no way Nintendo would give the go-ahead to Monolith Soft to do that, to provide them the funding to do that and publish it. Like, no way could I ever imagine that. And then they did it. So, you know, I'm certainly flabbergasted in such a fantastic, good way. Residential district. Let's get up to level 4 in a hot second. Next time we discover one of these places. Let's go and accept all these quests. How about? Wait.
Well?
Because we may as well accept them all, especially in this remaster. Because, you know, it shows on the map where all the quest things are, with like the little red exclamation point. So I can see that there's one that I can fulfill at the bottom of this area, for example. Which is so nice. Actually having clear guidance what to do for each of this quest. Is like the year of remasters. Yeah, at some point I'll be throwing together a video on Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX versus Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, for which handled being a remaster better. Like, not necessarily which one's a better game, because that would go to Xenoblade Chronicles pretty easily, but which one handles being a remaster better. Like, which one has the most perks over the original. How the heck do I get back there? Looks like I go this way. Man, Calling 9's such relaxing music. There we go, quest completed. Fantastic. Cool, and we got a level up. Fantastic. I am collected key. Achievement, problem solved. Look at that. Sweet, already making progress towards solving some of these quests. Now, I have tried to 100% Xenoblade Chronicles in the past, but Xenoblade Chronicles is one of those tricky games to 100%, because as you go on, sometimes some areas get blocked off, so if you're not paying attention and don't 100% each of those areas while you're there, then it's been impossible to 100% the game. So I've tried to 100% it in the past and accidentally missed some timed quests for some areas that get blocked off, and accidentally wound up screwing myself into not being able to 100% it. But with this remaster, this is like the chance to, you know, potentially actually really try to 100% it, especially with how much easier it is with like the map and such. Affinity chart update. So do we have the affinity? Oh, we do have the affinity chart right now. So we currently have 1 star with Colony 9. You can get up to 5 stars with each area. We've got a quest icon thingamabob. Look how many quest icons we've got all over the map now. My oh my. Bam. Oh yeah, this is the one where you had to like go back and forth and talk with these nerds. Okay, quest completed. Easy peasy. And so much easier in this game because you can just see, look at all the red exclamation points of places where I can fulfill quests from all the ones I accepted. It's fantastic. That did not exist in the original game. I love that. It makes it so much easier to just go around doing quests relatively easily instead of in the past with this game, or at least with the original of this game, needing to Google like, where do I need to go for each of these things? Where do certain enemies spawn? What time of day does it have to, well, I might still have to Google what time of day it has to be for certain things. Do I really? Well, I could just fast travel back up here again. I won't die from this fall, right? Sweet. Even just random items like this, they're marked on the map. It's wonderful. Look at that, quest completed. Fantastic. I love that. And we'll get some more affinity in this area. Let's go ahead and fast travel over here, which is so fast in this remaster, though. It's so fast to fast travel. Achievement, skip it. We are almost at level 5 already, and we haven't even seen the Monado yet. Well, the Shulk, that is. Discovering landmarks. This colony features landmarks. Yada, find all the landmarks. Well, now we are level 5.
You idiots! What the hell are you playing at?
Uh-oh. The Colonel's gonna explode.
Crashing the mobile artillery into a house. How long have you been in the Force?
Sorry, sir. It's just that we were trying to go as fast as we could, like you ordered. But it's impossible to get back to the military district in only 40 seconds.
I don't want any excuses. Champions don't whine. They win.
Yes, sir.
You're a disgrace to the uniform. Are you forgetting the shame you brought on this force during joint maneuvers with Colony 6? Stick your back into it, maggots! Move it!
Yes, sir.
Get the artillery back to the military district, double time! Then I want 1,000,000 press-ups from both of you, and you better not stop until your biceps explode!
Colonel, we can't move the artillery.
What? You better give a damn good reason why.
Sir, the impact of the crash damaged the ether conduction cable. The ether fuel proceeded to leak out, and now the cylinder is empty.
Well, change the cylinder then. Can't you even do something as simple as that?
The auxiliary cylinders have all been used up. It'll be 3 days until more come in, sir.
I told you to keep a stock of fuel in reserve.
Sorry, sir.
You're nothing but slackers!
Same old Colonel. At this rate, the men will all be dead before they see any action.
The sheer amount of remastered music, my goodness. So good. How many quests can we accept from over in this area? During the daytime, at least. More ones might become available during the night. Potential. Oh, you have a bunch of ones. Just need to get rid of a whole bunch of monsters, so I'll be on the lookout for the ones that this dude wants me to hunt. Here's what we'll do. Oi. Is that all the ones that... Okay, that's all the ones that I can get from him. Now, there's one... Oh, there's one in there, and that's where my story objective is. So let's just get the one over here before we go into the research lab and have a good glimpse of the Monado. How about... Hello, friend! Can I talk to you, maybe? Boop. Neat. It's about collecting an item. Can do. Can do. So it looks like I've accepted all the quests from in the area, apart from in the research lab, which we can go and get in a hot second like this. Neat, neat. Weapon development lab. Oh wait, this side quest is right here. Okay. This is a bunch of material ones. I think you have multiple quests? No? Okay, just the one.
All right, Shulk. How are you?
Dixon! When did you get back to Colony 9?
Just now. I see you've been busy. Looks like your Monado research has been going well. I made the right choice leaving you in charge.
Your research notes really helped.
So, you can activate it now then.
Well, anyone can activate it. The problem is controlling it.
Yeah, for everyone except him.
Yes. If anyone other than Dunban were able to control the Monado, we could surpass any military force in the world.
You think so? What are these hidden functions you mention?
It's still only conjecture, but it's starting to look like the Monado might be something far more significant than just a weapon for defeating Mechon.
I see. And the evidence to support your theory?
It's the symbol that appears in the center when it's activated. What I know is, the central piece is made from multi-layered glass. The symbol appears on the top layer, and each layer is constructed differently.
So it's possible that other symbols could appear on different layers.
Which means...
the Monado might conceal even more power. Am I right?
if we could just unlock the Monado's power.
Dunban! Dunban!
Prioritize the most severely injured! Come on, get a move on!
Dunban!
Don't look like that. I haven't come yet. Shook. It was the Monado. It was controlling me. Even so, it saved us. Saved our future. Next, it will be up to you.
Dunban.
Well, I better get the supplies delivered to the defense force. I'll drop round the HQ and see how they're getting on.
Okay then. I'll see you later.
Shulk, you're spending too much time in the lab. Either that or rummaging for junk in the scrapyard. It ain't healthy for a kid your age. That's why you're always looking so pasty. You should get out, get some fresh air once in a while. All right, I'm off.
Dunban, are you awake yet?
Is it time to eat already? You didn't have to bring it yourself. You could have just called me.
Don't be silly. Do you want me to feed you?
Don't treat me like an invalid. I'm better than I was a year ago.
Much better. I really thought I lost you back then.
Yes, but now I'm almost well enough to handle the Monado again.
Dunban, don't say that. The Mechon have gone now. Oh, why would you say that?
I just mean I'm prepared. Sorry.
Okay. More importantly, eat up before it gets cold. I made something really special today.
Don't feel like you need to stay here then, Fiora. Go and make your next delivery.
Huh?
Well, I'm sure you'd like Shulk to try some while it's still hot.
That's okay. Shulk has no sense of taste. He'll say it's delicious even if it's stone cold.
In which case, today he would actually mean it.
Maybe.
I'm fine, Fiora. Off you go.
Okay. Dunban, thanks.
I'm not finished yet. I have to be prepared to use the Monado again.
Oh yeah, I forgot that we actually play as Fiora in this section. I forgot about that. Fiora's made something special for Shulk. Take it to him before he gets cold. Find Shulk and give him the food. Okay, neat. Let's go do the story quest in that. Oh, can we do the other quests while we're playing as Fiora? Oh.
Hey, Fiora.
Dixon.
Looks like you're in a hurry. Where are you off to?
I just thought I'd take Shulk some food. I'm on my way to the lab.
Shulk's not there right now.
Really?
I just sent him out to get some fresh air. You know where he'll have gone.
Outlet Park.
That's the one.
Okay. Thanks, Dixon.
So, something that I used to like to do in the original game whenever we were running around was to do like sideways jumps, but you can't really do them in this game. Like in the original game, you used to be able to jump and go like sideways, like all the way across the bridge. I would have been able to make it farther than all the way across this bridge with like one sideways hop. But in this game, they got rid of it. Oh man. My oh my. I may be staying up right now, but my alarm is set. It's say you're always gonna do what your alarm does and refuse to work. What you think? My alarm works way too good is the thing. Like my alarm wakes me up with extra force to the point that I'm debating about just using my old phone for my alarm instead of my current phone, because my current phone I don't know how to turn down its alarm sound. It blasts me awake. And I remember there was this one time where I was going through the music on my phone because it let me select whatever I wanted for my alarm at first. And at first I was like, I wonder what I should set it as. And something that I saw was Megalovania, so I set it as that. So, like, the first few mornings when I forgot to change it to something else, my phone on literally full volume while I'm fast asleep freaking blasts me awake with like it just completely blasts my ears with Megalovania to the point that I like shoot up so fast and immediately go to like snatch my phone and turn it off as fast as I can because it just destroys me. Are there any other quest things I can get over here? Apparently there's some thingamabobs over here. Now I have it set to like a generic alarm sound, but like it's still hella loud and I don't know how to turn it down is the thing. When your alarm turns on, it stands you up, brushes your teeth, and gets you dressed all at once. It's kind of what it felt like. Oh man. I never want to have Megalovania set as my alarm ever again after those first few accidental times. Like that was something wacky. Is there quest stuff down there? I'm kind of tempted to hop down, but whatever. Whatever, I suppose.
The Monado. It's the only sword that's effective against the Mechon armor. They say that before time began, it was wielded by the Bionis. The same Bionis that we all live on. It must have a secret. That's how Dunban was able to destroy so many Mechon. And why he lost the use of his right arm. If I can just unlock the secret of its power,
Shulk!
Fiora. This is great. It tastes so good.
Really?
It's amazing.
Oh, Shulk, you say that every day.
Not quite. It's always delicious, but today it's amazing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness. I used some special herbs and spices today. So if you said it was just the same as usual, I'd know for sure you had no sense of taste.
What?
Oh, nothing. Ah, the breeze feels so good.
Yeah. I'd forgotten what it feels like. I never thought it could be so quiet here.
You're spending too much time with Ryan. You're getting used to all the noise he makes.
Yeah, maybe.
It's so peaceful. You know, Shulk, I hope every day can be like this, always.
Huh? The debris siren.
Strange. There hasn't been much falling lately.
There might be more on the way. The anti-air batteries can't protect us out here. Let's get back to the lab.
Okay.
Alright, and looks like we've got these 2 party members at the moment. And by get back to the oh, quest complete. That's just the main story quest. Shulk says it was even more delicious than usual. Fantastic. Yeah, I know about that stuff, chatting with your friends in a heart-to-heart. So I hear that that works slightly differently in this game. You can now switch the party leader, so we can play as whoever you want. So I hear that heart-to-hearts aren't, like, as hard to get anymore. So we can apparently even view this one right now, instead of having to, you know, grind until, like, endgame affinities just to be able to see heart-to-hearts. At least I think that's the change. Oh, is there not voice acting for these? There was in Future Connected. I don't know if I want to read these out because I'm gonna butcher the voices completely. Should I do it anyway? I'm gonna make a complete embarrassment to myself if I do that. Well, I mean, I'm debating with myself right now. The music's really beautiful though. No, fine, let's just do it. Hey, Shulk, do you remember that time we watched the sunrise right here? It was when we were quite young. Yeah, I remember. We came because I invited you, you and Dunban. Oh crap, what's the right answer? His lips keep moving. We came because I invited you. No, affinity went down. You don't remember, do you? Since when have you ever invited me to do anything? Oh, I could have sworn that was what happened. No, silly. I had a big fight with Dunban and ran out of the house. Oh yeah, it's coming back to me now. If I'm remembering right. Even I got shouted at. You wanted to marry me, I could say. Even I got shouted at. Dunban was pretty angry, but I shouldn't have said I was going to run away from home. You really had him shaken up. He was worried about you. I know. I'm sorry, you didn't have to stay with me all night. Of course I did. Besides, it was fun. I'd do it again in a heartbeat. Wacky. And what, say you thought my Shulk sounded Irish? I said I'd make an embarrassment of myself. Well, we could go back to the lab, or we could just dive down right into this freaking lake. That works too. That's also an idea that I like. Yoink. I'll take these. Oh, there's enemies that I have to kill right there, but I can't kill them in the water. Is the case. You think it did sound like that? Like that you did voices though, instead of just letting the text go by. In some playthroughs that I've done, like my Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX series, for example, some people have been like, why are you doing the voices when you suck at them? And I'm like, well, I'm trying. I'm trying my best, you know. Trying my best out here. Well, let's go talk to Roy, who's in the middle of messing around with the Monado. Hey, friend, how about you don't touch that, actually?
Rhine?
Rhine, what are you doing? Shulk. Oh no, I'm just. Rhine!
Goodness.
Oh, Fiora, are you okay?
I'm fine.
It's broken.
What? What do you mean it's broken? Don't you care about me? I could have died.
You're not hurt, are you? The Monado can't cut people. More importantly, what were you thinking, Rhine?
Sorry, I came to ask a favor, but you weren't here. And I saw the Monado and...
I know I'm here a lot, but even I need fresh air sometimes. Is your body still feeling numb? We have to be very careful with the Monado. It's not a toy.
I know, man. I just wanted to touch it. Didn't know it would do that. Sorry. But is it true? The Monado really can't cut people?
The pattern in that circle. Or maybe it's a symbol. I think it shows which power the Monado has at the moment.
You think it's a symbol?
Well, if I can find a way to increase the number of symbols, I should.
I'm sure that's all very clever. But why were you more worried about a machine than me, Shulk?
Well, I just explained why.
That's not the point.
Sorry.
Look at you, worthless without the Monado.
Until I've scrapped each and every one of you!
So, of course I want to get my revenge.
Your blade, it did not cut deep enough.
No!
Shulk! Shulk!
What on Bionis happened there?
Rhine. Fiora.
Are you okay? Does it hurt?
No. Rhine, when you held the Monado, did you see anything?
You know, like a blue blade made of light came out. Same as just now.
I don't mean that. A feeling like time had stopped, and then...
Time had stopped.
So, was it only me who saw that?
That sounds strange. Is it another Monado thing?
Who knows? Anyway, no matter how good a sword it is, that's what happens when you hold it. Looks like Dunban really is the only one who can use it.
I won't let my brother use it ever again. Not after what it did to him.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean it like that.
Anyway, the point is I'm fine. To be honest, this has happened a few times before. I've been researching the Monado for a long time.
Shulk, don't act as if this is nothing.
Look, don't worry about it. Anyway, Rhine, what did you want to ask me about?
Oh, yeah. Old Squaretash has gone and put me on punishment duty. Fancy tagging along?
Punishment? The Colonel was pretty angry today. Did he hit you?
Well, whether he hit me is neither here nor there, really. Although, actually, he did end up hitting me. And that ain't all. He made me do 1,000 squats and sit-ups.
Whoa, nasty.
Yeah. And now I have to go all the way to the Magmel ruins and back.
So you have to go and collect the ether cylinders?
That's the one. They're used to power the mobile artillery. Looks like the damage has been repaired. They can't move without the ether energy. And it seems like the fueling station's all out of stock.
Is the mobile artillery that big machine that crashed in the residential district?
Yeah, probably.
You know your way around there, right?
Yeah. Okay, I'll go with you.
Yeah. Knew you would.
Hold on. The Magmel ruins are in Tephra Cave, right? I heard that there's a Mel lizard nest there. I couldn't take it if anything happened to Shulk. He's delicate. Not like you, Ryan.
What are you on about?
I'll be fine. I can take care of myself.
But...
Okay, I got it. I'll make you a promise. Shulk won't even get a scratch.
a promise doesn't mean much coming from you.
She don't trust me at all.
Nah, she doesn't mean it.
Guess we got to go to the Magmel ruins now. Why are you more concerned about a machine than me, Shulk? Didn't you hear me? It's broken. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I just imagine how funny it would be if Shulk had that response instead. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, considering the Monado can't cut people, but why is there that single dot on the map right there? As if the path is that weird. As if the path is that way. Anyway, yeah, because the Monado can't cut people, Shulk is actually the weakest character in Smash Bros, except maybe against like Rob, Mega Man, and Dark Samus. But yeah, I have not actually played it. Actually, I played half of the first Metroid Prime game. Say, no more than that actually. But Dark Samus isn't, you know, like a person in the suit. It's like a weird parasite possessing one of Samus's suits. So technically, you know, Shulk's Monado should be able to cut Dark Samus, technically. Because it's basically like a suit of armor with a weird parasite in it. If I'm going off of memory correctly, I might be completely wrong. Oh, there's more quests available over here now. Well, with the time of day change. Let's go get the other quests in that case. So we could just go around doing them all and getting so much experience. Considering they actually show up on the map as like red icons now. So in the original game, whenever I was doing quests, I always Googled them. I always Googled where exactly I had to go. But now I don't have to worry about that anymore. It's fantastic. This game is so much better than the original in like almost every way so far. I don't like how they nerfed sideways jumps. I don't like how they completely nerfed that. Like a sentient poison living Phazon. Did you just Google it or something?
What's up?
What's up? Oi, there we go. Oh, you have more quests. At least in this game, when someone has more quests, it just shows it immediately instead of the quest icon disappearing for like 2 seconds and coming back. So you start leaving the dude because you're like, oh, he has no quests anymore. And then you're like a few steps away and then the quest thing comes back and you're like, man, I was leaving because I thought you didn't have any quests for me anymore. Not sure what Dark Samus technically is. I'm pretty sure Dark Samus is just a parasite. I think. I'm not 100% certain. Oh, I think your side quest actually has like some lore to the main story, but oh well. Maybe I should have read that. Too late now. Too late now, I suppose. Well. Oh, I gotta go around the other way for that one, I think. I think I gotta go all the way around this way. I can't really interact with the Gem Man right now because I don't have any ether crystals. Not at the moment, so if we go around this way, then we can get up to here and we can get this quest. Because there's some different quests that we can do like at night. Hello! Who's this? Who's this? Oh, I apparently completed a quest? A resident wants to make a bug trap. Collect the collectibles needed. You completed the resident's request. The trap was a success, but it didn't catch any bugs. I was so confused for a second, but then it just now clued into me. I just accepted the quest, and I already had the items needed to complete it, so it was just completed on the spot. I was so confused. I was like, why did accepting this quest complete another one? But oh, there's an item up there. I missed it. A quest item. Dang it. But man, this game looks interesting. All 5 minutes of story you've seen have piqued your interest. honestly, Xenoblade Chronicles 1 is probably my favorite well, maybe not favorite narrative, but in my opinion, the highest quality narrative I've ever seen in any game. My favorite narrative would probably have to be Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky, but the narrative that I acknowledge as the highest quality and kind of best narrative would be Xenoblade Chronicles. But my personal favorite is Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky, just because it had more of a personal impact on me. But I can acknowledge that that game's story is not as good as Xenoblade Chronicles' story, even if that game had more of a personal impact on me. Like, I can acknowledge that. The really interesting thing about Xenoblade Chronicles' story, without, like, revealing too much about the plot itself, is it very much challenges the conventions of storytelling itself. Objectivity, nice. Something that a lot of people don't have when they have an opinion on the interwebs. A lot of the time. Anyway, what was I about to say? Now I've completely forgotten. Oh yeah, I remember now. Without revealing too much about the story, what's really cool about Xenoblade Chronicles' story is it challenges the conventions of storytelling itself. Like, it initially leads you on to believe that it's gonna be like a typical kind of story format for this kind of story. Like, it's not that much spoilers at this point to say that Shulk winds up wielding the Monado. Like, it's his trademark weapon, so I mean, I think it's fine for me to say, like, right now, that Shulk eventually wields the Monado. And in the story, they kind of lead you on to believe that it's the same kind of regular story format, where it's like, oh, you're the one chosen by the Monado, Shulk, because you're the only one who can wield it without getting zippity-zapped like Dunban was as a repercussion for wielding it. He has the Monado, wow, you spoiled that! Man, I've completely ruined the experience now. But yeah, I've been so excited to watch you play this since you highly praised the original one. The original one is just absolutely incredible. Like, it's probably my favorite narrative in any video game ever. Maybe my favorite narrative, like, in any medium. Well, as I was just saying before, maybe not favorite narrative, but highest quality narrative, I should say, that I've seen. But anyway, like, once Shulk has the Monado throughout the story, they lead you on to believe that it's the typical kind of story format of that kind of thing, where all the characters are like, Shulk, you're the one that's chosen by the Monado, because you're the only one who can wield it, unlike Dunban, who gets, like, zippity-zapped for wielding the Monado, because the Monado apparently doesn't like him for some reason. Like, apart from Dunban getting zippity-zapped as a repercussion for wielding it, you're the only one that you can do it, so you're clearly the chosen one to take down the Mechon menace. But then it starts to, oh, there's something behind there. Like, so it leads you on to believe that it's the typical kind of story format of like, oh, you're the chosen one, yada yada, and that's all it is, you're the chosen one to defeat the baddies. But then as it goes on, it makes you question that a lot more. It's like, okay, Shulk is the one chosen by the sword to wield the Monado, but why? Is it just because to, like, defeat the Mechon menace? Or does the sword have something else in store for Shulk? Like, what's the Monado's own agenda in the whole matter? It's a very fascinating plot, honestly. Oh, I need to switch around my arts as I start getting some more, so that I can actually have these in the way that I'm used to having them, is the case. So, like, might like Telltale's Walking Dead to know if you're into zombie stories. I've actually played the first 3 games. I haven't played the final season. But is your favorite video game story? Understandably so. I assume you're talking about the first season, like the original one. Like that, the Telltale's first season of The Walking Dead is so good. In fact, in my Breath of the Wild discussion, when I was talking about player engagement, there's a section in my Breath of the Wild discussion that I'm working on right now. Yes, the first season, how do you like them? I thought they were fantastic, honestly. Well, maybe I shouldn't say they as in plural with all the seasons. I thought the first one was fantastic. The second one was mostly fantastic, but had some issues here and there. The third one was like, what the heck? And I haven't gotten around to playing the fourth one, even though I own it. But the first one, I'm working on my Breath of the Wild discussion right now, and like analyzing the game in depth. And in basically one long tangent that I build up into calling the title screen a piece of garbage by having a terrible first impression on the player, before I talk about that, there's a section in the video where I talk about player engagement in video games and how most people who start a game don't make it to the end. And you can use Steam achievements to actually look into that, for example, for games that actually have achievements throughout the story. Like, for example, if you look at Assassin's Creed Odyssey, 90% of players got the achievement for beating the combat tutorial at the very beginning. So, before the combat tutorial, you've already lost 10% of your players. And there was about 75% of people who made it past the first chapter and got the achievement for that. So by the end of the first chapter, you've already lost 25% of your players in the case of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And by the end of it, you've only got 34% of players left. And I was mentioning this, I was like, does this just mean Assassin's Creed Odyssey is a really bad game? I haven't actually played it, so I don't know for sure, but no, that isn't actually what it means, and it's actually a very normal thing for any video game to lose almost all of its player base as it goes on. Another example that I used was Fallout New Vegas, which actually lost just over 50% of its players before the end of its tutorial quest at the very beginning of the game. And for an example of a game that did a really good job of engagement, while on the subject of The Walking Dead the first season, I actually used that as an example, which had 40% of players make it to the end, which, like, if you don't know that most players don't make it to the end of a video game, that sounds like a really terrible number. But really, considering most players don't make it to the end of, like, pretty much any video game, the fact that the first season of Telltale's The Walking Dead was able to pull off 40% of players making it to the end is actually pretty impressive, honestly. Like, usually it's less players that make it to the end. Like, with Fallout New Vegas, for example, it had 4 different endings and an associated achievement for each of them. If you sum all 4 endings up, for those who got the achievement, it sums up to 26.5%. So that's under the rash assumption that not a single player went for multiple endings. So most likely, you've lost over 3/4 of your players by the end of that. Or look at one of my favorite games of all time, Rakuen, which is only like $10 on Steam and an absolutely incredible game. And it's only like 6 to 7 hours long. Only like 24% of players made it to the end of that game. Oh, that's a unique monster apparently. So when you look at something like Telltale's The Walking Dead that managed to get 40% of players to make it to the end, it sounds bad on paper, but really, it's actually really good. It really shows that they were able to make, quite frankly, a really engaging and really well done plot, honestly. Quite frankly. Let's give Ryan a light heal like that, I suppose. Maybe I shouldn't have challenged this dude. I think I might have made a mistake. I might need to get, like, Fiora in the party first, who I know will come join us the moment that we go in front of Tephra Cave. So maybe we'll go do that, and then maybe we'll challenge him again, I don't know. You agree? It's an incredible story? It really is. And when I was talking about engagement in video games in that little mini tangent that I go on in that video, I also mentioned the 3rd season of The Walking Dead, which had like 65% of players make it to the end. And I was like, oh, you can look at something like this and be like, oh, does that mean the 3rd season The Walking Dead is better? It's like, no, you also have to consider that that game didn't have as many sales, and not as many people are going to be hopping into the 3rd game in a series instead of the first one. So fact is, the majority of players who are going into that game are probably already in it for the long haul, and that those who are newly introduced to the series will probably start with the actual first one. So, you know, the 3rd season of The Walking Dead, the game, finishing with 65% of players making it to the end as opposed to the first season's 40%, really does not mean that the 3rd season is better than the first one, which it really isn't. It really isn't. Because you also have to consider these other factors like people hopping into a different game as their first one in the series, typically being the first one. So those who are already hopping into the 3rd one are probably already into the series for the long haul. But anyway, I use achievement stats like that. Like, the biggest example that I use in this discussion is in Assassin's Creed Odyssey in that video, where I basically show how throughout the 9 chapters of the game, which I'd be able to understand better if I actually played that game. I'll play it one day, I hear that it's good. You see throughout the achievements for the 9 chapters of the game that you're actually losing players throughout the entire thing. Except for like chapter 6 to 7 or something like that. There's like no players that were lost there for some reason. For whatever reason. But apart from that, maybe one was just a really short chapter or something. Apart from that, you are losing players along the entire course of the journey. So I basically talk in that discussion about how it's important to basically have methods that constantly engage your player. And if for some reason your game has to go through a dull moment for too long to have something that pulls them back in immediately after. Like, an example that I was going to use, but I cut out because I wound up ranting for way too long and I didn't want to bore people to death, was YouTubers if they have to talk about, like, a sponsor or something like that. They won't take too long for that, and if they do wind up mentioning it for a little bit, they'll hop right into some of the best parts of the video, so that, you know, it gives the viewers a reason to come back and such. And with the cases like Assassin's Creed Odyssey or Fallout New Vegas, where in Assassin's Creed Odyssey you've lost 10% of players before the end of the combat tutorial and 25% before the end of the first chapter, or Fallout New Vegas where you've lost 7% of players before they're done creating their character, and over 50% of players before the end of the first tutorial quest that's unskippable at the very beginning of the game, I basically talk about how it's very important to have a strong hook at the beginning of the game, and there are 2 chances for a game to make a first impression on the player, to convince them that this is an adventure worth their time, to not give up too early, being like, oh, this game isn't worth my time, or just be put on the back burner for however long, saying that they'll get to it eventually and just keep telling themselves that for the next several years. So the 2 biggest opportunities for a first impression from a video game are the opening sequence / the intro. So like in Xenoblade Chronicles, for example, that would be the little prologue sequence on Sword Valley with Dunban and Mumkar and Dixon and stuff like that. Like, it sends you right into the heat of battle with this insane war with absolutely incredible cutscenes that makes you go like, holy crap, if this is the beginning of the game, then what's the rest of the game gonna be like? My goodness. And so that's one of the opportunities for first impression, is the actual opening, and the other opportunity for the first impression is the title screen, which I feel like Xenoblade Chronicles does better than like any other game that I've seen. Like, different games have different purposes with their title screens, like what tone they want to set. Like the intro sequence is where you introduce the characters, the world, the themes and such, but the title screen is where you set the tone. What kind of tone do you want to set for this adventure that's coming up, for example? And Xenoblade Chronicles, through its title screen, before you've even seen the title of the game, before you've even pressed any button to continue, it takes you on an entire musical adventure as the whole world around you cycles from morning to dusk to night and then back to morning again, all while the Monado sits in the ground, slowly like changing its glow slightly, either from the reflection of the sun or its kind of blue glow effects, and it's just completely mystifying. And it's kind of one of my complaints about Xenoblade Chronicles as well, is the title screen is so good that sometimes I struggle to actually start playing the game because I'm too mesmerized by the title screen, because the title screen's too good. So the 2 opportunities for a game to convince the player that it's worth their time, which is very important, as I use in that video discussion with examples like AC Odyssey and Fallout New Vegas, where they've lost 25% and 50% of their players respectively before even the tutorials are done. It's very important to have a strong first impression like that. So basically, this entire discussion that I have in my Breath of the Wild discussion on engagement and the importance of engaging your players throughout and having a hook at the very beginning is basically me leading up to talking about how Breath of the Wild title screen is the worst title screen I've ever seen in my life, considering it's literally just a slideshow of images and it's muted. There's no music. They set no tone. The only feeling the title screen evokes is like, did I accidentally pick up a bootlegged copy? I really shouldn't have bought that used copy from that guy. Like, what the heck? I have a legitimate copy, right? What is this? Like, you know? So basically, in my discussion on Breath of the Wild and why I think it's not a masterpiece in many ways, but is still an incredible game in many other respects, like many of the innovations that it brings to gameplay are absolutely fantastic, for example. But overall, I would say it's not a masterpiece, and that's one of the reasons why. Because, like, it's so important in game design to nail those aspects that should be standard to, like, anybody who's designing a game, but for some reason just weren't to the people designing Breath of the Wild, for whatever reason. But that's the way it is, I guess. So, it's funny, in my discussion for the music of Breath of the Wild, in my music section, I start out with literally like a 15-minute long discussion. I should not have challenged this dude. A 15-minute long discussion on something that doesn't have anything to do with the music, just so I call the title screen garbage. It's not just so I can call the title screen garbage. I want the video to be educational as well, so that you learn things like that, like about game design. So you learn something along the way, and even if people who watch the video disagree with my opinions, they can actually take things factual from it, like the importance of a strong hook at the beginning. So even those who might check out that video once it's done, it's still going to take a lot of work, can look at it, and even if they disagree with my opinions, they should still be able to learn something and be able to take away something from that experience, is my goal with that video, which is why I go on long tangents like that, just to wind up calling the title screen garbage. Because even if people disagree with me, they can take away some interesting facts about game design that they may not have known along the way. Which I think will make for a really cool video and something that I should be really proud to showcase. But yeah, Lyrical, remember as a 9 to 10-year-old, you know how to progress any game, you were very dumb back then. My first home console game ever was Sly Cooper 2. Sly 2, Band of Thieves. I love that game. I didn't know how to progress. I didn't know how to make it to the map marker. And for several months, I just went around the freaking Paris, smacking all the baddies. And then eventually, like after several months, I realized that there were actual markers to go do missions and progress a story. And it was like my mind was blown. Like, I was completely flabbergasted. I was very taken aback by that, I gotta say. But yeah, so on the current video editing project that I'm working on, which I have like over half an hour done of so far, my progress on that video has actually been halted until the release of this game finally coming out today. Because in my talking, that's actually the moment I was stumped on, was talking about the title screen. Because I want to use Xenoblade Chronicles as an example of a title screen done well. So I was waiting for this game to come out before my progress resumed. So I kind of got stuck like a couple days ago, where it's like, well, because I can't keep video editing this until like this comes out if I want to like be organized and do it in a straight line like that and not completely mix myself up. I'm working on future stuff right now. So I waited a couple days and now it's here. Now I can finally resume progress on my super long discussion on why I think Breath of the Wild is not a masterpiece. But I still think it's something special.
You forgot something. You will be needing the transport cases, right?
Fiora.
I'm coming along as well. I'd feel better going with you boys than sitting at home worrying about you. So, let's get moving.
I knew she didn't trust me.
Looks like it.
Now with 3 party members, the question is to go kill super bosses or to not go kill super bosses. Oh, we have chain attacks available now. Sweet. Do we go back and kill some Oh, crap! I mean, we got the fast travel points up there, so it's okay. But still. Godlike plays. So, when are you gonna add my Pokemon trainer into your crew VGLS, huh? What happened to that? Oh my goodness. Well, we've got some dudes to fight over here. True speedrun tactics. My goodness, how tough are these dudes? My goodness. Oi, let's stabby stab. Let's take out some fish. Oh man, I can't believe I did that. I was not trying to hop over the railing like that extent. I freaking skidded off the edge. It's like Shulk was about to land on the regular ground and then he just slipped off barely. My goodness. Oh man, Shulk is like, I have 2 watches, local time and Tokyo time, so I know when to drift, and he just like drifted off that edge. Okay, we got another quest completed, fantastic. Oh yeah, I have like 100,000 gold already, or whatever the currency is in this game. I actually don't even remember. We have 100,000 monies from playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2, which is a really cool thing for them to give you. So I could always buy like some pretty spicy equipment right off. I wonder if there's any arts manuals that I can buy like right now. Like I wouldn't be able to use them for a while, but those are the kinds of things where you get them and they're permanent. So I mean, may as well get them. And now we can take out some dudes. Now that we have 3 party members, it's way easier. It seems like. Well. Also, unlike Xenoblade Chronicles 2, you can still move around and attack. Unlike Xenoblade Chronicles 2, where you had to stay still and attack. It was very different battle system, actually. Man, this remastered music with the violin, so good. Well, I mean, also, it doesn't really matter that we fell down because I can just fast travel up. And way faster than the original game, like, jeez. Yes. It's so good. This guy gives me a bunch of quests for, like, defeating Tephra Cave. Dudos, though. And Lyrical actually did have a bootleg copy of a Pokemon game and had a bunch of problems. I know I did with a copy of Emerald once before. With the title screen of Breath of the Wild, I honestly thought that maybe I would start having some problems with, you know, a title screen like it had. Oh, there's a heart-to-heart right here, apparently. Can I view it right now, or is it later? I think it's later. I think it's with a character. Okay, no, we just have to get affinity up with Ryan. Apparently. Oh, we can go do some things for some quests, and then we can just get some more experience, because I know that there is a boss at the end of the thingamabob of Tephra Cave that does get a little bit tough. Like, there's a couple robots that attack you, and there's also some, like, mean lizard dudes. So, you gotta watch out for them. Oh, there's another quest that I can accept from over here. So, let's go do that, maybe. Man, the music's so relaxing. Hello, Colony 9 resident. Also, I played the epilogue before I played the main game. Anybody watching this on YouTube after the fact will have the main game and then the epilogue, so it's gonna be reversed in the order of, like, me actually doing it, since I've played through the main game in the past, like, 3 times. Not of the definitive edition, just of, like, the regular main game. So I immediately hopped into what was brand new for me. So, now it's interesting at the top left having the party gauge back and not, like, the Pawn Spectre thingamabob. Let's save before I forget. It is nice how this game does have autosave, though. But in Future Connected, I didn't save until I was like 7.5 hours in. So, I mean, is there an item over here that I need? What is this icon over here? It's so nice that these icons exist on the map instead of just being like, hey, hope you find what you need. Oh, and we can fix the watch for Desiree or whatever her name was. Cool, I think she comes out at night for us to give her that. Have you played any Metal Gear Solid games? No, but I want to, because story and music are like my favorite things in video games at all. Like, if the gameplay is good, then that's just a bonus. And I hear that Metal Gear apparently has, like, the Metal Gear series apparently has, like, fantastic storytelling. So, and I've heard Metal Gear music through Smash Bros, so I know for sure that's good at least. So I actually really want to play Metal Gear one of these days when I get the chance. I would very much like that. Think you'd love them? Yeah, if it's a very story and music-based experience, or at least very story-based experience, it definitely seems like something I'd like. I've heard very good things about the Metal Gear games. I don't actually know that much about them, though. You say especially the first 3. Wasn't the first couple, like, 2D ones, or am I losing my mind? I forget which one was, like, the first one that was 3D. Literally half the game is cutscenes. That would be like this game if this game didn't have so much gameplay stuff to do, like all these side quests and stuff. Xenoblade Chronicles 1 has 10.5 hours worth of cutscenes. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 has 14 hours worth of cutscenes. So it would be like half the game if both those games weren't like 70-hour JRPGs. Hello. But there's literally some parts of this game and Xenoblade Chronicles 2 where, what the heck? I have no idea what. I'm not reading their text during the quests. I'm just talking to them to advance the quests and such. So there's literally parts of Xenoblade Chronicles 1 and 2 where you'll beat a certain boss and then you'll just sit down and watch like a movie for like 10 minutes. In fact, I think that there's one part around like the 3/4 in mark of this game of Xenoblade Chronicles during this big twist that I can't really get into details on.
Oh, hi.
Where the cutscenes are like 15 to 20 minutes long before things happen again. It's during this massive twist, and you don't, like, it's to the point where you really don't care that it takes so long, because it's just so gorgeous, and it's like the moment where everything comes together. So you just like watch in awe as it all happens, and you're like, whoa! It's great. But yeah, wait, where's the quest dude over here? Oh, it's a chef dude. It's a chef guy. Look how better he looks in the new game. But yeah, remember once you only had one Pokemon left, all the damaging moves are out of uses, so, and the other person's Pokemon only had non-damaging moves and you hadn't saved in a while, that's on the bootlegged one? And say there were Metal Gear games and Metal Gear Solid games, and Metal Gear games are 2D on the NES. Oh, so that's what I'm thinking of. Metal Gear Solid is the 3D games that most people think of. Huh. And Metal Gear Solid is just like that, where cutscenes keep happening for so long. It honestly sounds like something I'd really like. Oh, we got our affinity up with Orion. Now we can go ahead and see that one heart-to-heart. Is what we can do. Fantastic. We need dance apples, apparently. Apples that dance, you say? Also, I was mentioning it earlier today during the Future Connected part of the game, but a very small change that is so good about this game. In the original game, you would map, like, both in the original game and in this one, you map things out when you get close to them. Like, if it's an area that I've been in, the surrounding stuff is mapped out, and then it's just mapped out permanently, so you need to have gotten close to them to map it out. But in the original game, how the map worked is the map was divided into invisible squares that were about, like, yay big-ish. Something like that. So if I was going around the edge of the map trying to map it out, and there was a square that only got into, like, that corner right there, if I didn't step foot in that corner, this little corner right here would be permanent, well, not permanently, I could just go back and explore it. But if I'd gone through this area and thought I explored everything, if I didn't step in, like, this little corner of one of those squares, then I'd just be stuck with, like, this blank spot on the map. Whereas in this game, it's like an AoE thing around you for whatever area you're in to map it out. So you don't have to worry about missing, like, the smallest little corner that just, like, is just that tiny little imperfection in your otherwise perfect map that just screws with, like, your PTSD. Like, it's one of those small changes that I doubt very many people, if anybody else, has really noticed, honestly. Like, if it's something that would even bug anyone, or if I'm just that kind of control freak who it's like the only one that makes a big difference for. But I love that that's a thing that they did. Like, it's such a good difference. Apparently there's an item over here that we can go yoink. Yeah, let's do some of these side quests. And speaking of PTSD, I was mentioning this earlier, but something else that didn't exist in the original game, the red exclamation points that show you where to go for quests. Original game, you just gotta Google it or hope you go to the right place. It sucked. Whereas in this game, it's like, just go accept all the quests, and then you have a map full of all these icons for you to go and do, and just get experience from it as you're completing all the quests. It's fantastic. I love it. This game is so much cleaner than the original in, like, every way so far. Except for being able to sideways hop. I don't like how they took away the sideways hop. Like, I can't just hop across this entire shore by hopping sideways anymore. It sucks. I had so much fun hopping sideways. I used to. There we go. We got some stuff for Mr. Chef's curry. Let's lower your physical defense, how about? Or not. Or not. Let's boopity bop. I love how they remastered this theme. So much of the remastered music that I've heard so far is just fantastic. We can't inflict daze yet. Why are you positioning yourself over here, Fiora? Is that like a back attack or something? I know that, like, if you're leveled up enough, you do manage to get, like, some back attacks and stuff like that. I don't know if you have them, like, immediately after we get you, though. But I honestly prefer watching people play rather than you playing yourself. What, for games like this or some such? Let's yoink this. Oh, there's a quest item over here. I love how that appears on the map. It's great. Or it's a quest dude that we have to kill, a stone crabble. Yeah, let's just do some of these quests early on like this, so that, you know, the robots at the end of the Tephra cave don't immediately destroy me like they usually do whenever I play Xenoblade Chronicles. That always happens. They're like level 9 or something like that, so I should probably get, like, close to level 10 or something before then. Ideally. This is too easy. Neat. We don't actually get any experience for those quests. Like, we get experience from killing the monsters themselves, but... Should I actually map out this area? Should I map it out while we're here? Because I very much like just exploring around and having a complete map. But in the original game, because of the square thing, I had to literally hug the wall. But because this game doesn't operate in those, like, squares, in those tiles, I don't have to hug the wall. It's great. I love it. I love it. I can just kind of generally go around it and then not have to worry about it. Man, the water's so good in this game. This whole environment is so good in this game compared to the original. Sweet wasabi we just got. Look at that sweet wasabi. Level 72. Let's maybe not. But I will yoink this. Thank you. Any other quest stuff we want to do right now? There's an item over here or something. We could just go into Tephra Cave and do, like, some of those monster quests or something. We can see this little heart-to-heart is what we could do. I could get some equipment from the shop with, like, the butt-ton of funds that I got from apparently playing Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Alright, so now we can view this. Enduring Friendship. So I guess there won't be voice lines. Every time we come here, it brings back memories. Same for you, right? Yep. We've been through a lot together, you and me. Oh yeah, you remember that time? You know, that one time? When we had that big fight when Dunban told us off? When Dunban told us off? Hold on a minute, Shulk. Be honest now, you're remembering it wrong. I am? Well, not wrong exactly, but that's not the important part, man. Think harder. What do you mean? You remember why you got angry with us, right? Of course I do. You and me, we made Fiora cry. Exactly. And wait, why was she crying again? Ryan, how could you have forgotten already? You're the one who was reminding me. Anyway, if I think back, weren't we having a massive argument? Oh yeah, that was it. Not after we fight that bad. I can't do a rain voice at all. I'm not even trying to. Well, I sort of am, but it's like not even close. Like you can't tell what I'm trying. It's rare, alright. In fact, we could count the number of times we fought on one finger. Kinda makes me smile though. If it weren't for that fight, I don't think we'd be mates. I was thinking the same thing. It's amazing how we think alike sometimes. Glad we're friends. Me too, Shulk. Friends to the end. That's us. How does one do a rain voice? I can't. The moment somebody knows, let me know. Because I don't know how to. What the heck? It's a Tephra cave! That map icon showing where you are on the Bionis though is so clean. Yeah, ordinary monster will not attack you unless you attack them, yada yada. Landmark Tephra path, sweet. Maybe I should try to get to level 10 before we get to the end here. Because I know that at the end there's going to be a couple robots that are going to want to freaking annihilate me. And I want them to not do that. Is the thing. I can AoE them with Stream Edge. It'll be nice once I have all my arts so I can put them in the order that I actually like them. I would very much like that. Let's do a quick backslash. This is what we do. Get some experience off of these dudes. This is what we do. Don't really need to use light heal anytime soon. I don't think. Ryan, you're a lifesaver. Now it's Ryan time. Okay, backslash. Backslash him. Whoops, I meant to use my talent art. Turn strike. Boop. Quest completed. We've almost got him. We already got him. There we go. That's that quest completed. Sweet. It's also nice how for monster hunting quests, you don't actually have to, like, go back to the person who sent you on that quest. Your sleep medicine you forgot? That's probably a good thing to remember. Let's change time to day, how about? So that, like, the cutscenes once we're outside again can be, you know, daytime. Try to level up any of my arts. Can we even level them up all that much right now? Hold on. Let's see. Level up. Oh yeah, we can level up some things like backslash. This might actually be a good idea. Let's see. Yeah, you have way more arts than I do right now, don't you? My goodness. Let's give you some AP. Make your arts a little bit better. Oh yeah, we have been getting some gear that we could put on. Also, one incredible change from the original game to this game, which was originally a feature that they introduced in Xenoblade Chronicles X, but they brought back for this game, is you've got two different sets of armor slots. There's one set of armor slots for, like, what you have equipped and what, like, contributes to your stats, and another set of armor slots just for what you look like. And anything that you've ever owned, you can just... Oh, this is the stuff from the freaking epilogue, or whatever the heck. Wait, so can I put on the jacket that he has from it? Too? We can also go shirtless Shulk. So you can wear... Oh, we can put that on. So you can literally wear whatever you want without it having any effect on your stats. Which is absolutely fantastic. Like, it was such a brilliant addition that they brought into Xenoblade Chronicles X. So the fact that they brought it back in this remake is just wonderful. So you don't have to worry about looking like an idiot during cutscenes. So I might just stick with like the default look through most of it. So anything you've ever owned, you can just like have here. So I mean, we could be shirtless Shulk without having any effect on our actual stats. Do I have any gems right now? No. Like, it's wonderful. It's just brilliant. So we can put on, we can put on like whatever kind of weapon here if we've had it once before. But yeah, I think we'll just keep default look for now, methinks. Everybody can be shirtless. My goodness. Wait, I thought I selected colony type. Wait, what did he have on before? Oh, it's middle type apparently. Oh, that's why it was selectable for Shulk, because it's the stuff that Rain had on before. Huh. So yeah, let's have him just kind of have his default stuff. Is what we do. For now. And yeah, we can stay with this kind of appearance, methinks. So, yeah, it's nice how you can put on whatever you want and still have different stats. I've never seen that one before. Is that new in this game or something? Colony type. All the colony types. Colony type 1, I believe it is. Looks like. Bada bing, bada boom. And then, wait, the whole reason I was doing that was so I could put on other stuff. So now we can put on, like, whatever we want without having any effect on stats. Looks like Fiora can put on the dyed top, so she'll do that. How about? We got this, which will give us a little bit of a strength up, as you can see there. Sure, let's do that. Wait, do we have any other gauntlets? No, no other ones to go around. We can put on leather bottoms for now, and not have to worry about looking like a complete idiot because it doesn't affect my appearance at all. Swimming sandals, battle boots. So, can anyone put this on? Type heavy. Can Rain put those on? Nope. That sucks, doesn't it? Okay, if we get any other gear along the way, I'll keep an eye out for like who we can actually put it on. Meant to be asleep by 2:30 at 3:41. Definitely staying up late then, but I can't say that's not something I haven't done whenever it comes to like video editing stuff. Oi, singing Brog. Won't be singing for much longer. Won't be singing for a whole lot longer, Mr. Brog. Not at all. But yeah, the fact that we can look like whatever we want is just wonderful. I love that. Well, yeah, this dude isn't gonna last too much longer. I really want to get all my arts unlocked on Shulk as soon as we can. We're gonna have a chain attack ready soon-ish. Is the case, boopity bop. So apparently we have to take out another one of those. What a bunch of jokers. Man, Rain would love the meta of Smash. Sometimes I say Rain, sometimes I say Roin, like the characters kind of pronounce it. Sometimes I switch between them. Let's do Slit Edge from the side like this. Let's focus our efforts. Attack from behind like that. Oh, that is unique monster music. Why did that come on? Oh, it's because of you. I swear, whenever you're playing Xenoblade Chronicles, the moment you hear unique monster music come on, it's like time to panic. Yeah, I know about using a chain attack. Should we do it right now? Should we use the chain attack right now and see what happens? Maybe I should have positioned behind for. Oh, never mind. We actually are already behind, so it's perfect. Okay, let's topple. Can we inflict daze right now? Oh, we can! Boop, daze. There we go. Now you're dazed. Still wake the other night at 5 a.m. to be fair, you were quite shaken. Yeah, that's understandable, though. But yeah, sleep is definitely something important. Not something to neglect. Already we're filling up the party gauge again so fast. Alright, we can definitely do this if we play our cards right. Definitely, definitely. Man, the fact that they remixed this theme, the unique monster theme, it's so good. So far, from what I can tell, the only themes that haven't been remastered are the ones that were already, like, perfect. Like the title theme, for example. Well, let's see here. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and topple you. And then let's inflict daze. Boopity bop. And then we'll heal Rain. Fantastic. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and do this for some decent damage. Wow, we are freaking breaking the battle system so much more than you're supposed to early on. Holy crap. You're not supposed to be extending your chain attacks like that early on, at least in the original, unless they made it way easier to do that in this remake, which would be a very nice change. My goodness, we're freaking destroying this unique boss, aren't we? It's fantastic. Well, didn't even lose any party members. Look at that. Well, Light Shoes Bouncer Knives, Graft Gauntlets. Oh, we got some new knives for Fiora. Let's see. Fiora! I have knives! Oh my goodness, look at that increase! Whoo! 14 to 34, huh? Well, I mean, what were the other things I got? Hold on, what was it anyway? Thank you again for streaming that night. No problemo. I was just, you know, just felt like streaming after being absolutely destroyed from all the video editing. Lightweight shoes. That'll give us a slight increase and give us a slot for those new animations though, and a slot for gems that we don't actually have yet, but we will in the future. In the future, we'll get some gems. You're guarding a thing that I kind of want, but maybe I won't get it. What is over the... Oh, wait, this is just the one way across. That just leads back that way. So I may as well hop down over here. What's my level right now? Level 9. We can definitely get to level 10 before we fight those robots. Oh, I have to fight another one of you nerds. Let's do it. What? I gotta fight you first! My goodness. Let's focus our efforts on the small one first and foremost, because you'll be easier to take out. Methinks more and why are these guys come from? What the heck? Well, yeah, let's focus our efforts on the little skeeters. The freaking skeeters. High frequency. Izus don't have a whole lot of health. These are little bats. Let's focus our efforts on this one right now. This is what we do. Okie dokie, Dr. Jones. Boop. I'll probably save my party gauge for the boss at the end, most likely. Let's go ahead and heal Ryan a little bit. Like that. Now it's Ryan time. Alright. There we go. Look, level 10. Fiora can still get to level 10, but... Ooh, new weapon for Ryan. Let's see. Let's have a quick look-see. Let's get nice and strong before the game gets spicy momentarily. Whoa. Yeah, that seems good. Yeah, that seems good. I kind of did it way too fast, but it was actually the perfect thing. Wonderful. Absolutely wunderbar. Alrighty then. Level 10.
Are these the Magmel ruins?
Haven't you been here before?
Nope.
The Defense Force often uses it for training, but I come here to do research. It's not really a place that people go.
Not surprising. There are monsters around here that use Mechon parts as armor.
Was this built by the Mechon?
I don't think so. There's a path for people to get in. It might have been a vehicle of some kind.
Like the Defense Force hover transports.
A vehicle? But it's so big.
It's amazing technology. I wonder what kind of people made it.
I ain't got a clue.
Let's keep moving. The ether cylinders are up ahead.
Right.
This game is so charming. I know how to use skip travel. Yada yada. So it's just telling me that I can return to the colony if need be. And then come back here. But I don't need to do that. I'm surprised those dudes didn't see me and attack me. I'm very surprised about that. Now our party gauge slowly goes down while we're outside of combat. Any items over here? No? Okay. I'm sad we can't do our ultra sideways hop. That's the one thing I'll miss from the original. Can't go through there yet because more story. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of these dudes to take out. Oh, we have Shadow Eye now. Let's increase physical arts. And then let's AoE these dudes. Bam. And there's a unique monster right around the corner. We'll see if he fights me. We'll see if he wants to fight me or not. We shall see. Let's use backslash from the front because it'll kill anyway. Is what we do. Boobity bop. I'm surprised the dude around the corner didn't attack me. Usually whenever I attack these dudes, the dude around the corner always goes after me.
Let's not lose our heads, though.
Usually that's what happens. Reputation change. Oh, for doing the quest. I was like, wait, just for defeating monsters? We can take this dude, right? We do have a chain attack available. Hey, friend. That's the unique monster music again. Oh, let's take aggro off me with Shadow Eye. Maybe, maybe. A chain attack will finish him, you say? Oh, I should have gotten behind for backslash first and foremost. Well, let's do this. Okay, let's go ahead and topple. Like that. And then let's go ahead and use Hidden Thorn. Boop. To go ahead and daze you momentarily. Seems like a good idea. Let's get behind you. Go ahead and give Ryan a little bit of a heal. Not much. Like, heal doesn't do very much in the early. It never actually does all that much, honestly. Well, there goes half his health off of that one daze, so I mean, well spent. Well spent indeed, I gotta say. Well, Let's go ahead and inflict break, see if Ryan wants to topple. Do you want to topple? Yeah, we're just destroying everything. Usually I'm not as good at destroying the random enemies this early on in Xenoblade. Did they make it easier, or am I just a better player? Maybe a mix of both.
Right, let's keep going.
I don't know.
Man, what a bunch of jokers.
What a bunch of jokers. Yoink! I'll take those, thank you. And now we'll be on our way, getting all these Tephra Cave quests done. Easy peasy. Hi, friends. You're not gonna attack me because I'm too strong. It's really nice how enemies, like, once you've reached a certain level in certain areas, they just won't attack you anymore. It's great. It's great. Once you're strong enough. Yoink, I'll take that. The Rumble Stonefly. That's my favorite kind of insect right there. Rear entrance. I thought my microphone was unmuted. It wasn't. Looks like we did make it to this area before level 10. Can't view this heart to heart yet. Also, this view, let's not jump off by accident. Let's just go like here. On like down there earlier. Like, whoo boy. Whoo boy, Xenoblade Chronicles. Seeing it remastered like this is freaking wonderful. Like, I did play the Wii version on the Dolphin emulator for my third playthrough. I played the 3DS version, then the Wii version, then the Wii version on the Dolphin emulator to put it into HD. So I have seen this in HD before, but not like, you know, this kind of HD with a new charming art style. But yeah, Anima, you're gonna turn in for that night? Alright, I appreciate you stopping by. Hope you have a good sleep. Well, we should be able to annihilate the dudes that fight me in here.
Right here. Thanks for the help, Shulk. I'll start collecting them up. You two hold on a sec.
It's full of ether cylinders. Hey, why do we have to come all the way here to get them? Isn't there an ether cylinder fueling station in the colony?
Well, refining the ether takes a long time down there, and sometimes cylinderization fails. And there are so many cylinders here for us already. It's more reliable than making them ourselves.
Right. And Colony 9's anti-air batteries and mobile artillery are standardized for these cylinders, so they can be used straight away.
I see. You know, this place is in good condition considering it's ancient.
It might be that there's some form of technology being used to preserve it. It's just a shame we don't understand its secret.
Shulk?
But I'll solve it one day and show you. If it's just technology that someone created in the past, it's not incomprehensible. We'll come to understand it one day.
Don't go trying too hard. We can come and get ether cylinders whenever we need them. Besides, it's a good place for Defense Force training.
Yeah, so good that you didn't even want to come here without Shulk to back you up. Anyway, did you collect the cylinders?
Yep, all done. Thanks.
Just come by yourself from now on.
Shh, be quiet.
Are they Mechon?
I don't know. But it looks like we'll have to destroy them.
In that case, just leave them to me.
I'm kind of glad my microphone was muted. That made me laugh in real life. I love how the moment some robots appear, it's like, are they Mechon? Shulk's like, I don't know, but it looks like we'll have to destroy them. First, like, they have red lights, sure, I guess, but they come down from there, and Shulk's just like, looking like we'll have to destroy them. Man, Shulk is so impulsive. It's great. Man, that sounded very excruciating according to Shulk's screams, my goodness. These robots have annihilated me so many times in the past, but I came prepared this time. Look at this, you're level 8, we're level 10. Get ready to get wrecked. Get ready to get wrecked. Need some encouragement, Fiora. Oi. Let's get this one out of the picture, maybe. Okay, backslash wasn't enough yet. There we go, Slit Edge will take that one out. Now it's just one. Easy peasy. Ether laser, rude. Ow. Really rude. Oi. Pull yourself together, Ryan. Ryan, I'm feeling it. Chain attack. I don't think I need it, though. It looks like we'll be fine without it. So, I mean... Yeah, we'll be fine.
Fiora, are you okay?
I'm fine. How about you?
I'm all right. Thanks to you and Ryan.
What on Bionis were those? I've never seen anything like them.
Could they have been Mechon?
No. I think they were something left by the civilization that built this vehicle.
They didn't seem like Mechon to me. But why did they only show up now?
I don't know. But they were probably built to protect this place. They might have been activated in response to something. But I don't think that something could have been us.
Please, let's go back. I don't want to be here anymore.
Me neither. And we've already got the ether cylinders.
Huh? What's going on?
Listen! What is that?
That sound. In the sky! Oh, it's a...
This can't be!
No way.
Mechon!
How? Didn't my brother destroy them all a year ago?
Could that defense mechanism have responded to the Mechon?
Let's get back to the colony.
Come on.
Oh, it's prompting me to save right now? That's different, but makes sense.